Hi everybody, Stephen Flagg here, and welcome back to Flaggcraft Divergence, where I have waited several days to record this episode. I have been waiting. I don't want to get too far ahead. I'm trying to remain just 4 episodes ahead of you guys. But I spent a couple of days off camera just doing some work around here so we could get some progression done, because this is a very grindy mod pack. And today we're going to walk around and I'm going to show you everything that we've done, and hopefully this should help us progress further on into the mod pack. We're still just playing with the mods that we've unlocked so far, and I also figured if we're unlocking these mods, we better start using them. We might as well start using them whether I know about them or not. Let's start using these mods. So that's what we have done. So let's get started. You can see we're up here on the roof, and I have replaced all of the torches around the base with the flat lamps. This is inside, outside, everywhere. There are no longer any torches anywhere around here. And I believe, where's my F7? Yeah, even, there's nothing. It's all good. It's all good. So what is this thing, Flag? Well, this is a Railcraft thing. This is a water tank. So basically it's a if I take a look at the water tank things here, they are built just with some wood, some glue, slime, or blood, and some iron ingots. And it's a 3x3 thing that's empty in the middle. And basically all it does is it sits there and it accumulates water. So it's free water. So, now, like, I'm going to have to use water to power a lot of Railcraft things, especially if I want to get into, like, steam engines and things like that. So I may actually have to build multiple ones of these. Now, I can pipe water right out of this using my Buildcraft pipes. I'm really wishing that this pack, or at least that I had Ender IO unlocked. I believe Ender IO is in here. I believe. There is no Ender IO. Okay. Or it's just not unlocked yet, but I should still be able to find it in there. So since there's no Ender IO, it looks like we're using Buildcraft pipes for everything, which kind of sucks. Maybe Ender IO is in here. I'm just not looking. But anyhow, this is it. That's the first change that we have made to the base. Get ready for this, guys. So we come down here, and oh no, Flag! Where's all your machines? Well, I've moved those machines down into the basement for now, which we'll go take a look at in a minute. What we have over here is our coke oven. Now, I had mentioned that we needed to build one of these eventually anyway. So, in the meantime, while I was waiting for a few more things to cook for me, I built this up. You all know how the coke oven works. We're going to take a look at the recipe here anyway. These coke oven bricks are just made with sand and brick, and that's it. Oh, look at that, sandy brick and sand. Oh, I didn't make them that way. I made them like this. So that is that's as well a 3x3 thing that is, I believe it's empty in the middle. And what it does is it'll take your coal and turn it into coal coke, and it has creosote as the byproduct. Now, creosote is great for Railcraft. You need that to make your rail ties. Usually creosote is just something I dump out, but if we're going to be continuing on with Railcraft, we're going to be using this creosote. So, what I have over here is a very, very cheap little design to pump the creosote out. So I've got a wooden fluid pipe with some cobblestone fluid pipe going into some Buildcraft tanks, and I've just got a redstone engine there. So all we have to do is flick that switch, and this should suck all of the creosote out of there and right into the tank. Beauty. So let's leave that going while we walk around, and I'm sure you're all wondering, what the hell is going on over here, Flag? Well, we unlocked Modular Systems, and I told you guys that I was going to take a look at all the mods, and we're going to use all the mods. So here we are, guys. Here is our Modular Systems storage system. Now, what we've got here, we have our modular storage core. Let me just show you what the recipes are for these. At modular. So we've got our modular storage core, which is just made with a chest and a whole bunch of wood. We've also got a search storage expansion, which allows me to search through my inventory. Oh, by the way, this will give you 66 slots. So the search storage expansion is just a book with a basic storage expansion. And then I have the sorting storage expansion as well, which is a book. Oh, the other one, I'm sorry, that's a book and a quill. And then this one is a book and a basic storage expansion. Now, these basic storage expansions give you an extra 11 slots. So those are just made with string and wood. Very, very, very simple to do this. There are several more expansions here, but some of them are locked out. Like the security one, I don't understand what that's for. I'm playing by myself, maybe on a server, that would be more important. We've also got the smashing storage expansion, which means if you break something, it will, sort of like a vacuum hopper, it will suck it into the chest. The input-output storage expansion is if we want to pump stuff out of these, but because I'm using this as my main storage, I'm not going to be pumping anything in and out. Then we've got this remote storage terminal receiver. We're going to look into this eventually, so that we can access our terminal. But I don't think the range is that great, so it's probably going to be a waste of time. And then the last thing is this crafting storage expansion, which is perma-locked. Now, with the crafting storage expansion in here, this would make this the greatest thing in the world. Like screw ME systems with your computer, because I've got... I don't even remember how many basic storage expansions I put on here, but look at how much room I've got. And I've emptied all of my chests except for my food and my armor into here. Oh, and the matter overdrive stuff. So, as you see, we can sort. We can also... it has 627 slots. So say I'm looking for something from Thaumcraft. I can just go at Thaumcraft, and there's all of my Thaumcraft stuff. I'm looking for ingots. There's all my ingots. Screw ME, where you have to do all that work and all that stuff. This thing is actually, I take back everything I said about modular systems. Even though it's taking up all this room, this is the greatest thing ever. If I could put the crafting station in there, I would never use ME systems again. Never again. So what do we got over here? Those are my death notes and some storage expansions. I kept all of my seeds and trees over here for now, as well as... all of my tools and weapons are still there. All my books are still in there. The matter overdrive stuff I kept separated for now. And we've got some coal and coal coke in there. Now, I tried putting a crafting station right next to that to see if it would read, just like it would read out of a chest, because that would have been awesome, but it doesn't work. So, my only issue is that I'm going to be doing a lot of my work downstairs. And all of my storage is upstairs. But we can work around that because, as you can see, I can access my chest anywhere. So we can cut a hole in the ceiling downstairs and just look up and grab stuff out of our storage. So, let's go downstairs, guys. And we'll take a look at Pneumatic Craft. All this Pneumatic Craft crap that I have been working on. So first off, here is our assembly table and laser and our rolling machine. We moved them down here. Here are the Stirling engines. They're still connected with the stone kinesis pipes and the wooden kinesis pipes, but now I'm using the Project Red alloy wire. They are just all wired along here, and if we want power, we just turn that on and it activates all four of them. Now this is why I like the red alloy wire, because you can lay that along the ground, you can run it over things, and it just powers everything that it touches. So it's amazing. I love it. Probably one of my favorite... It makes redstone a lot easier to deal with, basically. So then we've got over here, you can see I added a whole lot more air compressors. Because we needed them. I don't have any coal in there right now. Every machine, so I don't have to show you this later, every machine and every air compressor I've built, I put in a security upgrade to stop them from blowing up. Which means that I don't have any safety valves on here anymore. Because, well, except for that one, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I had any more of those on. So we've got 4 of them in here now. You can see I put the little flat lamps under there to keep that lit up. Now, I needed that because I built myself a pneumatic wrench. Now, the pneumatic wrench was not actually so bad to make. You can see it needed an air canister, which is just a pressure tube, some redstone, and some compressed iron. Very, 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 very easy. Let me, recipe again. And then it just had some orange dye, some compressed iron, and a lever. And that gave me a pneumatic wrench. Now, to power up the pneumatic wrench, I had to create a charging station. So the charging station is made with brick, pressure tubes, and cobblestone. Now, in other versions of Pneumatic Craft, it's actually made with plastic. So I was afraid I was going to build my drill and I wasn't going to be able to build, instead of the brick, it had plastic. But I was like, I need the drill to be able to make plastic. That makes no sense, and it looks like they changed it. So it's brick now. So how this works is you can click on your charging station. You can take your pneumatic wrench. I'm at 3.6 bars right now, and what is the pressure on this? The pressure on that is 3 bars. So if I were to take my pneumatic wrench and drop that in right in there now, it would equalize the pressure. So I wouldn't gain any more pressure on my pneumatic wrench. In fact, the pressure would go back into the charging station until both of them were equal. Now watch. You can now see the air is going back in, and now it's at 3.1. My wrench is at 3.1, and that's at 3.1, and now it's stopped. So now it's equaled out. I've actually lost pressure on my wrench. You get me? You get how Pneumatic Craft works? That is so. Oh god, Okay, let's get into before we look at the big reveal here. Let's get back down into the kitchen, and I'll show you this. You can see I've moved all of my food into the fridge. I have a stove here, a cooking oven with some bakeware, a pot, a saucepan, and a skillet. Sounds like it's raining outside. I put a chest here, I don't need it. And we've got the sink. You remember I told you the sink gives you infinite water. It does for cooking. So because I've got the cooking table right next to the fridge, I click on the cooking table. It reads all the items that are in my fridge and on my stove. If I go down, you can see fresh water. Of course, it has fresh water because of the sink. So I can just, more or less, I can say, yeah, a fruit salad. I'd like a fruit salad. What is that made with? It's made with, that's actually made with a cutting board. So I don't have a cutting board. I need to make a cutting board. Sorry. Let's try something else. A cooked scallop. Okay, a cooked scallop. We can click it. It's cooking. Look at my oven. I'm making me a scallop. Shut up there. I'm busy. And we now have a cooked scallop, which I'm going to eat, even though I don't like seafood. Yeah. All right. Now for the big reveal, guys. But what is this? Holy crap, Flag, what is this? Okay, I'm going to explain this as best I can, guys. You can see I have a whole bunch of extra tools over here. I have another 7 air compressors. Okay, so first off, I had to collect up some oil. We need to find more oil. This is all the oil that I could find. And we need oil to make plastic. It's straight up needed. Now in here we have 5 air compressors, all of them running, because I started them just before I started recording to get the power up. I'm going to have to throw more coal in there as well. Now, we have our oil is connected via a wooden fluid pipe and a cobblestone pipe into a refinery. Now when you build a refinery for Pneumatic Craft, it comes in 4 levels, and you're going to want to build all 4 levels, because what it will do is it will refine the oil into 4 different fuels. You got your low end, your diesel fuel. Next step up is kerosene. Next step up is gasoline, and the final step is LPG. Now, if you're just looking for LPG fuel, you can crack gasoline into LPG. You can crack kerosene into gasoline, and you can crack diesel into kerosene. I don't know if we're going to get into that, but we may very well in the future. I'm not quite sure where we're going to keep going with Pneumatic Craft here. You can see now this needs to be heated. So what I've got here are vortex tubes. These vortex tubes get really hot on one side and really cold on the other when you have them powered. So you can see the north temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, the south temperature is minus 95. You don't really need 2 on your refinery. You really only need 1, but I put 2 to speed it up, and I built a whole bunch of them. Now, let me just give you a quick idea as to how these work. You lay one of these things down, and you can see, now the hot end is at the top, the cold is on the bottom. So you use your wrench, and you can, if you hit it on the front, you flip it around that way. If you hit it here, you flip it around that way. And then around that way. You get what I'm saying? So you got to pump your air in and yada yada. So let's pick that back up again and drop it in. So, what I have here now is a wooden fluid pipe connected to the... Well, let's turn this on. Let's start this working. Let me first show you how this works. So now I'm pumping oil into the refinery. It has to be at 100 degrees Celsius. I've had it go at 99 before, but oh, okay. Let's stop it there. Let's stop it for right there. Now, what it should be doing is is any of this going up? Is any of this? Yeah, it is going up, so it's hot enough. So we've got 352 LPG in there. LPG is what we need to make the plastic, if you remember. So, oh, and let me just show you guys really quick here to these vortex tubes. The vortex tubes are very easy to make. They're just a couple of pressure tubes, some gold, and some compressed iron. And as well, your refinery is merely a diamond, some glass, and some compressed iron. So none of this stuff is really expensive to make or really difficult to make. I think the hardest thing for me to make was the air compressors, honestly. Now we do have something called an advanced air compressor, but to make that you need an advanced pressure tube, and to make the advanced pressure tubes you need an assembly controller, an assembly laser, an I/O unit, an assembly platform, and a program to make them. So we are going to get into this because this looks pretty cool. But anyhow, what we've got over here now is, you see my LPG is being pumped out, and it's being pumped into the thermo-pneumatic processing plant, which itself also needs to be heated. So I will, let's activate this so I can show you how this works. This is why I miss Ender I/O. So the LPG is being pumped out of there and directly into the thermo-pneumatic processing plant. As you can see, there's the LPG going in, and the LPG is slowly turning into liquid plastic. So let's just turn that off for now. And the liquid plastic now will be pumped out through this wooden fluid pipe into the plastic mixer. So we click on that. There goes the liquid plastic into the plastic mixer. And we look in. Now the plastic mixer itself needs to be heated as well. And all this plastic is going in. So here we are, guys. We can now make plastic. The hull temperature is at 146 Celsius. All that you need is your liquid plastic, and then you need rose red, which of course can be made from poppies. You need lapis lazuli, which is very easy to find in mining, and then you need cactus green. Now that was an issue for me. That's why I've only got 27 in there. I didn't plant any cactuses, so I had to go out find some cactuses. I have some planted outside, and hopefully they're going to spool up enough for me to be able to use them here in the near future. So we're going to click on plastic selection. So you know what, before we do that, we need to find that air thing that we need to make. What was it we wanted to make? We wanted to make the at Pneumatic Craft. I spelled it wrong. So we wanted to start working on the elevator, didn't we? So the elevator base required these things, the pneumatic cylinders, which requires blue plastic. Right? Right, so we're looking at 4, and 4 6s is 24, 4 6s is 24. So we'll need 24 pieces of blue plastic. So let's try this. Let's go to blue plastic. Is that it? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we only got 8. But we've done it, guys. We've made plastic. We have made plastic. Ba-ba-ba-ba. We should actually turn all of this stuff on, just so that we can have enough to make this plastic in the future. So, anyhow, guys, that was a fun episode. That was just me walking around, showing you the progress that we've made. When you come back next time, I'm probably going to go out and do a little bit of mining myself, but I'll do that off camera. When you come back, I'm going to look into making the elevator, because I really want to make that elevator, guys. So, anyhow, thanks a lot for stopping in, guys. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. This is Stephen Flagg. Check you later.